The tugboat, for its size, is the most powerful craft afloat. And the Star Tugs are the power behind the docks and waterways that make up the big city port. This is Tugs.
Hey, before we get too far in this video, please take everything that I say with a grain of salt. I'm getting it all from this one video, but most of it I think is factual, I'm not sure. Anyway, enjoy the video. For those that don't know, Tugs was a show made by the same people that made Thomas and Friends. David Minnan is the one that made it, of course. It only had 13 episodes, and was canceled for some reasons. I don't know. If you know this reason, let me know down in the comments down below. That would actually be greatly appreciated. Thanks. Yeah. And because of this, there is a lot that we don't know about Tugs. Even 31 years later, we are still finding out new things about Tugs. Like, brand new things about Tugs. Now, while it is sad that it was cut so short, by getting only 13 episodes, and there's still some parts that we haven't even ever seen. Like, I think there's supposed to be a whole actual song that we haven't seen yet. Just, like, a whole lot that we haven't actually seen. But, regardless, if you just take a look at the show, just even go back and watch the 13 episodes. You can just see the great production value and the work that went into the show. It's great, honestly. Just watch this and look at all the work that they put in. This is a little behind-the-scenes clip.
Tugs, the whole thing takes place in a tank, and it's about the adventures of a team of boats who live their own independent lives.
I have two directors on this. One shoots with a very strong storyline. The other, David, who knows the ins and outs of the camera more, is more general in what he tries to do. But at the end of the day, I still try to get some sort of consistency of technique and look. And to a certain degree, also, the characters take over.
Well, it's all radio controlled. As you can see, we've got an 8-channel transmitter here.
Do you just see how, just how cool it is, all the production value? Now, I know they put a lot of production value into Thomas, too. But just to see what they did, how small the Tugs are and stuff. Anyway, we didn't come to talk about, Tugs, the show, if it's good or not, behind the scenes. We came to talk about what happened to the models. I'll probably make a video talking about all that stuff some other day. But anyway, let's get into talking what happened to the model. So basically what happens is we don't really know what happened up till 2013. But what I'm hearing is in 2013, from what I've read or watched, this group called the Star Tugs Trust bottom, which at first you think is great, just like we thought Jordan Matter would be great, because you know, you got Tugs again. Now if they took them to shows, we can see them at the shows, we can see them everywhere. We know that they're in a group that supposedly is going to be taking good care of them. At least we thought that's what was going to be happening. Not so much anymore, but that's what we thought was going to be happening. But yeah, I think most of their models, I don't think they got everything, but they got a lot of it, which is actually kind of cool. Oh, and then, like I said, then they started taking them to shows and stuff. They did, a 25th anniversary, a 30th anniversary, and stuff, but this is where the problem starts to lie in. Just watch this clip of this video. Now, it is going to show a guy talking about why he doesn't like this too, but if I can find some pictures and stuff, I'll throw that up too. So either way, enjoy.
Then complete strangers take apart their mechanisms and play with them like they're toys, because apparently that's what a lot of people think they are. Screw the fact that they're old, expensive television props that took several months to make back in the 80s. Let's vandalize them. Drayton Manor does it, and we have no soul.
Yeah. You see what I mean? They just have them in open glass. Like, there's no glass. Unless Strange Matter has, like, a little thing of glass, like he says. Even though Toby was stolen. Either way, they don't do anything. They just let the general public come up and touch them and touch their controllers and stuff. And it turns out that a great number of them got broken, damaged, or cracked, or just these models that at one point were nice, even when they got them, were now had damage on them. And they just said they were going to be fixing them, like Drain Matter does, but I don't know if that's already happened, if that is happening, or what's going on with that. I mean, the Tugs models still at this point do look better than the Thomas props, but you gotta also remember that they haven't had them as long. Give it some time, I'm sure they'll get that. Now, they have done some good things, like, you know, saving the models from wherever they were, and bringing them to shows so that we can see them again. But another problem that we're running into now is that they won't give us information. They've got a buttload of information. They've even got, like, the extended music. They've got all kinds of stuff. And they're refusing to show us any of it. And I just get kind of confused. Like, why? What's your point? Is your point because you're finally I'm guessing that what's going on is that they got a little bit popular now because they have something that people want to touch and look at and see. And they're holding on to that because they know the second that they release that, they might get some praises for a little bit, but eventually it's going to file out and everybody's going to have that information. So by keeping that, even though they're going to be blamed as being dicks, they're still going to be popular because they now have all of this information. I don't know. Now, I'm not saying that this is what the Thomas and Friends, the Soto Forums does too. I don't think that's what they do, even though they have a lot of information. But I'm just saying, why not just release all of the stuff? Just give it to us. They don't even they can keep the original stuff. We just want digital copies of it. We just want to see all this stuff. That would be honestly awesome if we could see all this stuff. But regardless of it, they're not giving us anything. And now we'll have to live with a bunch of damaged props. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're finally ever going to release that stuff. I'm guessing that these people just really want to be popular. And considering that they just want popular, they just want people to talk to them. And they're never going to release that footage because that's just my guess. That could be wrong, and I'm sorry if I offended anyone. Either way, to sum up, yes, they have done some good things in the past. They have brought us some good things in bringing these Tugs models that we didn't even know still existed or not back into the front light, back into a live position. But at the same time, they're doing a lot of bad. Just look at some of these pictures. Just look. Do you see what I mean? They're not taking great care of the models, if that makes sense. Like, it looks like they even painted one of them, like, red or something for Halloween. They're putting different things on them. These aren't toys. These are props from a show. They spent a lot of money to make these props. And you're putting Unikitty on it, of all things. Like, what the hell? Why do that? That doesn't even make sense. So, in conclusion, I don't know. This was just a video to celebrate the Tugs, considering I'm hoping to have it out by their anniversary today. And, honestly, I still like Tugs. I know that some people don't really seem to like it, but I do. Anyway, until next time, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!